Hey everybody, it's Will. I'm back with another 5 minute, like hell, this will be 5 minute review. That's right, because none of my 5 minute reviews are 5 minutes. You get a tag extra time on for reading down the creative list on the book that you're going to talk about. And we also have to add a little time in there to talk about our sponsor. Reverse angles are a bitch. That's right. SpinWiz Comics, your number one platform on the interwebs for reading free comics. That's right. Free. Go to spinwizcomics.com. You can download the app on iOS and Android. And once you're logged in and you're reading free comics from 86 different indie comic publishers, you'll be getting entries into their monthly, quarterly, and yearly giveaways on SpinWiz Comics. Go check it out for yourself. Matter of fact, the book that I'm talking about today, Dead End Kids, Volume 1, Number 1, is actually free to read on SpinWiz Comics. That's right. You know, right here. We're trying to get them up to 100 downloads and 100 5-star reviews. So please go download it, check it out for yourself. And now, on with the program. All right, today we're going to be talking about Dead End Kids, Volume 1, Number 1. It is written by Frank Gogol, art, color, and variant cover by Needed. Oh, I'm going to butcher this name. Savitikin. See, I told you. Letters by Sean Reinhart. Main cover by Chris Madd. He kills the covers on these. Edited by Paul Allard and published by our friends over at Source Point Press. Now, the art on this book is just killer. It's like top-notch animation meets realization. I mean, it's so good. There's like some time loops going on, and you get bounced around a little bit of the story. But I mean, this is my account. Like, I read the first one, and then I ran and grabbed the next two issues because it's a 3-issue miniseries. I read the whole thing this morning. I'm like, I couldn't stop. It was so good. Now, part 1 is called Wonder Years, and you go back in time a little bit with these books, but the attention to detail the artist put in, like, you know, posters and the way the TVs looked, and everything in the background was like, I could spend like hours just looking at the art on this book. But right off the bat, Frank grabbed lyrics from The Offspring, the 90s band. The Kids Aren't All Right. So the book starts. You get the title page and the actual title of the chapter, part 1, The Wonder Years, and then you read, when we were young, the future was so bright, the old neighborhood was so alive, and every kid on the whole damn street was gonna make it big and not be beat. Now the neighborhood's cracked and torn. The kids are all grown up, but their lives are worn. How can one little street swallow so many lives? And just from those 2 paragraphs of lyrics, you know where this book is going. There's some serious shit going down in here. it's a bunch of kids that, you know how when you're younger, you accidentally, end up bumping into people that end up being your best friends, no matter whether the popular kids, whether you like, the nerds, the rockers, the stoners, whatever groups you hung with. So they had this girl, Amanda, and let me just start by telling you, this character gets cred just from having a Ramones and Rage Against the Machine poster up on her bedroom wall. And then you meet this next kid who reminds me of me because, he's big, he's got medical issues. He can't really do too much because he's got a heart defect. And then you run into the next two boys you meet who are, kind of like skinny athletic. And, they've all got home problems, everybody's got their issues. And this shows you dealing with their issues and, what happens. And it's important to know one of the boys in this group of four, his parents were killed. I have to go back and look. It doesn't really go into a lot of detail on how it happened yet, but he's in a foster home, and of course he hates it. He's angry at the world because his mom got killed, and it's tough. But he's pretty good at looking in the fridge and sneaking beers out. So I'll just say that. And they've got like their own little like fort in the woods where they hang out and meet. In the first experience you get introduced to them all together is at one of their friends' birthdays. And it's just life. The book is so great. I mean, if you haven't read this book yet, this came out a while ago. If you haven't read it, you definitely need to go pick it up. Like I said, you can read the first issue over on SpinWiz Comics for free. Just download the app, and you have to make sure to log in. I've noticed that every time I open up the app on my phone, it's not automatically logged in. It'll remember your login if you hit the login button on the top right. I think that's one of the many issues they're dealing with. I know you can see a whole bunch of comics behind me. I'm going through boxes and organizing and selling a whole bunch of stuff off too. But if you haven't read it, definitely go and download the SpinWiz Comics app if you haven't already. If you haven't, why haven't you? And read the first issue and check it out for yourself. I'm sure you're going to love it, and you're going to want all of them. So it's a 3-issue miniseries in total. It's a great book. Please go check it out for yourself. This is Will for Outright Geekery, and for Will with a 5-minute review. Thank you, anybody that tuned in. Please give this a like, a share, engage with the post. Give me your thoughts on the book if you've read it. And on the 5-minute review doodad that I've been doing. Just let me know. Engage with the post. Whether you're seeing us on Facebook or YouTube, if you're watching us on YouTube, please smash that like button. Please consider subscribing to the channel as well and hitting that bell for the notifications for when we go live all the time. I go live like 4 or 5 times a week with new content. So please take that into consideration. You can also head over to the Outright Geekery Facebook page. It'll be the one that's got over 20K followers. You can hit a like and a follow on that page as well for all kinds of stories and news. But for me, I'm going to take off. I have a pre-show taping to do later on today. Tomorrow afternoon, that's Tuesday. Because today is Monday, so tomorrow, has to be Tuesday. We're going to be interviewing Mike Barron on Creators Outlet. And Friday is the Dinesh and Warren show. That's right. The bad boys of Bad Idea are coming in to hopefully squash this stupid button thing. Until then, we'll see you next time. Have a great day.